Hi everyone, my name is Ryan. Welcome to Math with RG. All right, today we're going to be talking about a pre-algebra topic for independent and dependent variables. Let's dive into it. All right, first question says, if Osiris has $20 and he wants to buy pizza, what equation can he write to help himself figure out how much money he will have left over, y, right, so the variable y, if he spends x dollars on pizza? Please label the dependent and independent variable. Okay, so first, let's tackle the equation. So, it says he has $20 to buy pizza. We need to write an equation to help him figure out how much money he will have left over if he spends X dollars on the pizza. So he's spending money on the pizza, the X dollars. So the leftover is the Y. So we start with, so this is number one, Y equals, he has $20, 20, and then he's spending, so minus X dollars. Okay, so there's our equation. Now, the question is, what is the dependent variable? What is the independent variable? So the way that I like to describe this is, let's say for a kid, right, who still lives at home with their parents. That kid is dependent on their parents for shelter and food and money and all of those things, right? All right, now let's look at a young adult. Let's say a young adult has moved out of the house and they have their own apartment, they have their own job, right? They make their own money, they pay all of their own bills. So that young adult is independent, right? They have money coming in, they pay for their rent, right? They pay for their car, they pay for their insurance, their food, all of their expenses on their own. They are independent in that way. Okay, so let's look at this. The money left over, and then the money that he's spending. All right, so you can look at it like this. The money that is left over will depend on the money that he spends. So the dependent, dependent variable equals y, right? The money left over will depend on the money that he spends. And then the independent equals x. All right, let's try another example. So, if Melissa earns $35 per hour at her job, write an equation to describe the situation and to help Melissa find out how much money she can earn, y, based on how many hours she works, x. All right, so again, let's tackle the equation first. So she's earning $35 per hour, right? So, and then it says the money that she will earn, y, based on how many hours she works, right? So y equals $35 times every hour, right? So times x. So we can just put an x next to it. When you have a number and a variable next to each other, that means multiplication. Okay, so now, again, what's the dependent and independent variable? So the money that she is going to earn will depend on the number of hours she works, right? So we have the y equals dependent and the x equals Indy. Let's just say Indy because I'm running out of space. Okay, so again, the money that she will earn will depend on the hours that she works, right? So if she works 5 hours, that'll be less than 7 hours, right? All right. Great job. Let's check out the next one. Great job on finishing today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, tell your friends and family. And if you want to dive deeper into chapter test work, you can check out my school platform, skool.com. The link will be in the bio below. And if you want more information on one-on-one tutoring, you can check out my website, rgtutors.com. Thank you again, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye for now.